Good morning. After a few weeks, welcome everyone, every leaders to attend here our mega training. We are conducting past 2 year continue, but last 2 week we are busy with. We have some people from Magnisa team, some of the diamonds, other people Ruby executive here only. So we enjoy much, and with the leaders and diamond we meet each other, so we share some business thing, then some also we have some personal things, so we also share with them also. We meet each other also. Thank you all the leaders attend here also. We will start today program. Before that, I will introduce myself. I am Lalita from Sri Lanka. Past 9 years, I'm UAE. This business I can sponsor. My sponsor is Mr. Anand Bharati. He's the one giving this opportunity to change my lifetime, then life changing opportunity also. Thank you, Mr. Anand. We are calling 001 also today. Presenter also he's today. He will share some another topic. Every day we are bringing some different topic. So we are sharing with you a new topic, so you can learn something. You can write it down. You can get note book, then you can write it down. You can uh, read this one. After the meeting, we will put this one recording for our YouTube channel. You can go to MAGHYV YouTube channel. You can see our videos, learn something, then you can grow your business also. So thank you very much, everyone. I will call to our today presenter, Mr. Anand Bharati. What you say?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Lalith bhai. After quite some times, right? Wow. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Today is Thursday. We are back with another amazing topic. You might have seen that on the poster, the power of your story. Not the power of my story, the power of your story. So we're going to talk how powerful your story is, and how we can add more weight to your story, right? So I'm working to add weight on my story, and you're working to add weight on your story. So we're going to learn, like, why is that so important? Yeah. So thank you once again for being here. Lalith bhai, I have already shared my introduction, so I'll cut that short. We'll jump to the training. While I was thinking about this topic, I read this article. There were in 2009, two British writers, they did one social experiment. It's called I forgot the name. So they did one experiment where they bought 200 products from eBay, which valued below $1. So for the total of $129, they bought 200 items from eBay. So on an average, each items were less than $1. What they did, they found 200 writers more, and they gave those products to each one of them. Asked them to write some stories about those products. Once the stories were ready, they posted these products with the stories back to the eBay. And they sold it. They basically resold it. So they bought and they resold it along with the stories. They sold it back for $8,000. So if you calculate the percentage of profit they made, 6,000 plus percentage is what they made. So something that they bought for $129, sold it back for $8,000, is the power of the story, right? We all have our own unique stories. Every single of us here, 30 of us, sorry, 30 of us, every single one of us here, we have stories. Now, some people are able to tell their stories in such a way that more people wants to listen to them. Some people, when they tell their story, nobody is willing to listen to their story. It's not because they don't have a good story. We all have a good story, a strong story. But the problem is we don't take that enough time to work on developing our skill sets so that when we tell a story, there are people who are willing to listen to us. And not only that, there are people who are going to be willing to pay to listen to your story. Oh, next month on 12th, Jeevan Bhai is going to tell his story. So the ticket is going to be 500 dirhams. Jeevan Bhai goes on the stage, he tells his story, and there are thousands of people standing in the queue to pay 500 dirhams to listen to his story. This is going to happen with all of us. This platform, this business, Magnesa, this platform, more than the money, it gives us the opportunity to add weight on our story by developing our skill sets. So when we learn how to tell our stories, we are able to sell it in a better way, and it gives us bigger returns. So let's jump onto this slides, right? So that was the beginning. What I shared was why it is so important to tell the stories, because when you go to sell anything, you tell some facts, you share some logical reasons to your prospects, telling him that, you know what, I mean, you can make a lot of money. You join our business, you buy the product, you sponsor some people, build a team, and then you're going to make a lot of money. These are all logical things we tell to a prospect. Most of the times, these logical things are not so logical. They are not accepted in such a way. But when we add some stories to it, maybe if you don't have your own story, you can share your sponsor's story. My sponsor, he started, or if not sponsor story, you tell one of your leaders' story. That this guy started the business 4 or 5 years back from the scratch. The point where we are starting our business today, or you're going to make a decision today, that's where this man, he started 4 or 5 years back. Check where is he today. And so we are going to be, if we make a decision. So when you add some stories, and real story, you don't have to, fake out, you tell the real story. Unless you make your own story up, you can tell others' story. Remember these 4 elements to tell your story. Now, this way, it becomes easier when you practice this, right? Today, I'm actually not going to be talking to motivate you. It's not a motivational session. This is an educational session. And here, I want to tell you the importance of telling the story and how to tell the story and why to tell the story, so that your weight increases when you talk. When you talk, your weight increases. People wants to listen to you. So 4 elements to tell your story. Remember these 4 elements. Number 1, first, in one word, if I say, you introduce yourself, introduction. And along with that, what all you tell about yourself is here. So once you tell your name, right, you are going to start having conversation with someone, you tell your name, and at the same time you tell what you do. You tell a little bit of your background, where you come from, what all have you done, right? So when you say all these things, you're actually giving information to the other person who's getting more comfortable with you to share his information with you. Without you telling about yourself, your profession, your background, when you ask other person to give his information, he's not so comfortable. He will be like little hesitant. But if you have told your background, your profession, your name, who you are, then the other person also becomes comfortable in sharing about him. So that's one. You introduce yourself by adding little of your background. When you add that, when you say that, that's number one, right? Number two, please remember, the reason why you are going to have a conversation with that person is that in the back of your mind, you have that thought that this person has to come on the table to see the business plan. So your end in mind is to bring that person on the table to see your business plan. Now, initially you started building rapport by introduction and having conversation. So once the conversation has started, gradually you're going to talk about the things that you don't like about your job, or maybe about whatever profession, whatever you're doing. I read in this book, it says, misery souls find more misery souls. Meaning, if someone is upset, not happy, they're trying to find, they find comfort by having similar upset people. If you are upset, you find more comfortable when you find another upset guy, right? Most of the people you might have seen, they listen to the sad song. If someone is upset, they're sad, they want to listen to the sad song. So they are already a misery soul, and they want to attract more misery souls to find little comfort. Here's the deal. This is why I brought this point. When you tell the things which you don't like about your job, the other person is also going to think about all the things he doesn't like in his job. So what you're doing is you're bringing him to the same level. Now, you have to bring that point, because that is called finding a need. A need. If you do not find a need and you try to serve someone, he's not going to take it. So before you call him on the table, you need to create a need. And definitely he needs what you're going to offer him. But he doesn't know himself. Unless he understands that he needs what you're going to offer, he will not be that serious. Sorry. So when you say, let me use an example. Well, I'm a sales guy, and I really like my job. Everything is good. This is how you start. Everything is good. But the only thing I don't like is I don't have that freedom. I don't have that freedom. These people, even though I give them enough revenue, enough sales, but they expect me to be there right sharp on time and do the work in their way, not my way. I'm okay to give them the business, but still they are not happy. They want things to be done in their own way. And that's something I don't want. I don't like it. So here what I did, I said that I like my job. Everything is okay. But there is one thing which I dislike about the job. You will not say, I hate my job, I hate people, I hate this, I hate. No. I like everything. I like the people, I like the job, I like everything. One thing I hate, I don't like it. So in a positive way, you are taking his brain to think about the thing he doesn't like. So you're creating a need. That's where you are creating a need. Now, this is the second component. The third, the third one is, now, since I don't like the fact that they want me to do the work their way, even though I give them enough business every month, and I was looking for something which can help me get rid of that. So I found a solution. Now you're going to say that you discovered a solution, you found a solution. Because I was already looking for something. Because I don't want to do that lifetime. I don't want to listen to someone for lifetime. I don't want to, be working under someone for lifetime. Nothing is wrong, but again, I mean, I have my own life. I want to live my life on my own terms and conditions. And that is something which I did not find in job. Job is okay. It's all right. It's all right because the job helps me to pay the rent and food. But I don't want to do that lifetime. And that's something I was not happy about. And I was looking for something. Now, while I was looking for something, I discovered a solution. I found a solution. I met this guy, and he comes from the same background. So just a few years back, he was also struggling, same like us. And this guy, he showed me a solution. And it made a lot of sense. The solution he gave me, it made a lot of sense. And I got inclined towards it. And after I went and I saw, how he started and how he is becoming successful, or how he became successful, I could see myself becoming successful in the next couple of years. So these are all the things the story you're talking about yourself, and he's connecting with your story. Okay, you're not directly telling me, hey, you come and see the business plan. No, you're telling your story. Okay, this is just the story is still going on. And this is the third component. The fourth one is, after you saw and you understood the plan he shared with you, how it made you feel about it. How do you feel about it? And how do you see your future in it? So you're going to put it this way. Well, after I saw the plan and the way he came out of it, I could see my future really bright. I can see my future really bright. And that made me so excited that at least in the next couple of years, I can have a choice to get free from my job and live my life on my own terms and conditions. I can live unlimited life. Because this guy also taught me that there are only two ways I can make income, either by selling my time to others, or by learning how to buy others' time and making money out of it. So the first one, there are a lot of limitations. The first one, a lot of limitations, because the time is limited. I have 24 hours. On an average, if I work for 10 hours every day, 300 hours is what I'm selling every month. So by selling 300 hours, if I'm making so much of income, if I have to increase the income, I have to increase the time. Either the 300 has to become 350 or 400 hours, or I have to find another employer who can pay me more for those 300 hours. So there's a limitation in both. But on the other hand, if I learn how to buy other people's time and make money out of it, that is going to be unlimited. There is no limit to it in terms of making income, and I can find freedom in all possible ways. These four components, if you can remember and if you start practicing, I'm telling you, more people will be willing to listen to you. Because the more you practice these 4 components of telling your story, the more sharp, the more expertise you're going to gain. And eventually a day will come when people will be standing in the queue to pay you to listen to your stories. Yeah. So please remember these 4 components of telling your stories. Add more weight to your stories. Sell it. So your story is unique. Let it inspire and reinvent lives. Make it worth by relating with your stories and touching millions of lives. So this is how powerful the story could be. I mean, I gave you live example of those 2 British writers in 2009. They bought a product worth $129 and sold it for $8,000 by adding stories to those products. So that's why it is said, facts tell, stories sell. Thank you very much. I hope I was able to share some value. Please remember these 4 points. I repeat this. First, introduction, your introduction, who you are, what you do. Second, tell one thing that you don't like about what you're doing in the sense, not in the business, but in your job and stuff. The third one is the solution you found. Okay. And the fourth one, the excitement about your bright future. If you share these 4 points, the guy is going to get inclined towards you. Whether he does, he immediately, so your target is not to immediately bring him on the table to see the business plan. By telling this story, you are building a rapport so that you can invite him to show the solution, so that he can also get out of his situations and live a better life. So thank you very much again. Back to the host, Lalith bhai, please take over.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. Thank you very much. Every day we are listening, learning something. So today we can create our own story through these points. You can write it down. You can go, if you someone missing this point, you can go to our YouTube channel. You can see that video. So you can learn something. You can create your own story. So even I have my own story. When I start 2 years back, how I start, how I meet Mr. Anand, how we approach, then how I into this business, how I struggle, how I rejection. I got so many rejection. Even my family member, even my neighbor, even my friends, so many people reject me. But I have something. I have there is target. I saw some vision from this business. So we can change many people life. That's why we are doing this business continually. So we get some vision. So we have a team called MAGHYV. Through this MAGHYV also we can go many people lives we can change. So that's why we are doing this, conducting this meeting, regular this training, so you can learn something. Thank you very much, everyone. I will end up this session. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe our YouTube channel. Then we have MAGHYV, then Facebook channel, we have Twitter channel, even we have some website also. You can go there, you can check what are they have. You can get something learn something from there. Thank you very much, everyone. Today session we will close now. Thank you. Have a good day.